Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to True Biblical History. For kids, today's true story is about a man named Noah, a really big boat, a whole lot of animals, and a beautiful rainbow from God. But this story isn't just about animals going two by two. It's about trusting God even when no one else does. Let's get started. Long ago, the world was in big trouble. People were not kind anymore. They didn't want to listen to God. They were hurting each other all the time. God saw that people were only thinking about bad things, and it made him very, very sad. God said, "I will send a great flood to clean the earth." But this isn't the end of the story. There is still hope. There were strange things happening. There were even giants on the earth. Some beings called sons of God did things they weren't supposed to do. The world became even more messed up. So God said, "It's time to begin again." But one man still listened to God. His name was Noah. He wasn't perfect, but he loved God. God gave Noah a very special job. God told Noah, "Build a big boat, a really big one. Make it out of wood and cover it with pitch. That way, it will not leak." This boat was called an ark. It was huge, longer than a football field. God said, "Bring your family, and two of every animal, into the ark." Noah listened. He obeyed God, even when other people laughed at him. Then something amazing happened. Dark clouds filled the sky. The ground shook, and then it started to rain. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Water came from the sky and from deep underground. Everyone was scared, but Noah and the animals were safe inside the ark. Inside the ark, it was dark and quiet, except for the animals. They waited and waited. The rain stopped, but the water stayed for 150 days. Noah had to trust God, even when he didn't know what would happen next. Then one day, the ark came to a stop. It landed on a mountain. When the ground was dry again, God made a promise. He said, "I will never flood the whole earth again." God placed a rainbow in the sky. It was a sign of his promise. The rainbow means God will hold back his anger. It shows us his love and his mercy. Next time you see a rainbow, remember, God keeps his promises. Thank you for joining us on True Biblical History. For kids, the story of Noah isn't just about animals and rainbows. It's about trusting God even when it's hard. So, the next time you see a rainbow, remember, God keeps his promises. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. See you next time. God bless each of you. This video is brought to you by Indigo Ministries.
How was life inside the ark? Inside Noah, his family and the animals rode out the storm. Imagine the darkness, the pounding rain, the creaking wood as waters rose. 40 days and nights of rain, but then months more as the waters prevailed. Genesis 7:24. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. The ark came to rest only after long waiting. Faith wasn't just in building the ark, it was in enduring the unknown inside it. Salvation doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels like waiting, trusting while storms rage outside. In the end, God provides the covenant promise Genesis 9:12 and 13. And God said, "This is the token of the covenant which I make. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth." The rainbow is God's war bow, turned upward, away from earth. It is restraint. It is grace. Genesis 8:4 says the ark rested upon the mountains of Ararat. To this day, stories persist of remains high in those ranges. Whether seen or not, the ark's resting place testifies to survival, God's preservation of life. The flood teaches that sin brings death, but God provides a way through covenant. For Noah, it was the ark and the rainbow. For us, it is Christ and his cross. Judgment is real, but so is mercy.